If you enjoy the show, please consider signing up for our weekly bonus episodes available from the Hard Times via Coil. Coil is a new subscription service that allows you to enjoy web-monetized content in your browser while supporting sites you love in real time. For $5 per month, you gain access to bonus content from Coward Hour, The Hard Times, Hard Drive, and over 20 other comedy websites. For more information, you can go to our website, cowardhour.com. There you can also find the link to our Discord and sign up for our mailing list. Thank you, and enjoy our wretched podcast. All right, we are here with Tom Brink.
Hello.
Our most cherished guest has returned, even though I believe all your previous appearances have been purged.
Oh, I got a late night text from Tom one night. He was like, he goes, hey, bud. So for some reason or another, it was.
He texted me too, and he said, "Hey, you know that podcast that is ruining your lives?" And I said, "Yeah, and how we're all in this together."
But I did. I deleted them because we promise our guests that's our guests have an out. We can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to. We're shackled to these chains, but it doesn't mean everybody else should have to be. I think personally,
And that's the honorable move.
Yeah, I mean that's why I stopped giving the episodes numbers, so that if we delete one, we can just gaslight the audience.
yeah, that's a good idea. Oh fuck, that's great. Yeah, I know a lot of people were lamenting specific. I think it was like episode 7 or something. They knew that one specifically was gone.
Yeah, we want to give people as few tethers to the past as we can.
Oh my god, look,
I prefer to look at I like to look at our podcast as one of those little things of sand you rake.
Yeah,
Just to remind you that nothing's permanent.
Do you mean like a meditative garden?
Like a Zen garden.
a Zen garden.
Yeah,
a meditative garden.
Or like one of those like big pieces of art that a monk makes out of grains of sand,
Right.
and at the end he just blows it away.
Well, you do that with every episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume that these...
The act of
I've
releasing
been
an
told
episode
this is like Snapchat, where it goes up, it plays once for an hour in real time, and then it goes away. This is radio. Is that correct? I guess I just described radio. That's how retarded I am. I'm talking about the concept of radio, and I'm like, it's like Snapchat for podcasts.
Well, no, the blowing the sand away metaphor is correct, but it's not the episode. It's the minute we hit upload. That's our careers. Bye.
No,
Our career is just the feather at the beginning and the end of Forrest Gump. It's like, where is it going? Nobody knows.
Do you have like a
Nobody will
sparkle
see it, yeah.
dust sound you can put in?
Oh,
He
we
does.
did. We did at one point. Hold on.
Might have
What
got
do we?
rid of it.
I think I
replaced it with slurs from The Sopranos.
I think I did.
God.
I need to one day. I need to take a moment and add a bunch of more sound effects.
Yeah.
I think what you're describing, our careers, the metaphor would be more like if you just kind of stooped down to a completely empty table and blew as if there was dust there.
Yeah. That's
You're like, it's all gone now. And the nurse just pats you on the back. Yes, it is. It was there.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we should mention Tom has a new podcast. We should mention that.
we
up
both
top.
just did it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
blast.
You've always killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug it really quick?
Yeah. It's called Forced Opinions. Whoever edits your guys' episodes will just like put your episodes in here, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's
This
what we'll do.
moment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll be deleted forever.
Yeah.
From our server, from yours.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of people, a lot of lower class podcasts, they have like a Libsyn account or a Podbean,
Right.
Oh,
not
right.
a physical server in their house like us.
Yeah.
Right.
that the feds cannot get to without killing me.
It's a fucking old server. It's got like tapes on it for some reason. It's just like
it looks like
two big reels on it. I don't even know if it's connected to the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I've never.
It's unhackable. That's why we use it.
I've never been able to see it directly. Just so your listeners know, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I know it exists. I can hear it.
Yeah.
You hear the lights glowing,
clanking.
Yeah.
But
I do have to knock down the drywall every time I need to adjust it.
There's just black smoke that billows up from the garage. I feel like, what's going on? Brendan's uploading an episode.
Yeah, every once in a while you're hanging out here, Brendan just gets this worried look on his face and rushes out the room. You know what he's doing.
The podcast's on fire again. Yeah.
You just see Brendan going downstairs with a giant wrench. Brendan, what are you doing? I'm editing. I'm editing my podcast.
We're all like, I guess he has like a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I always have a new thing.
Yeah.
What's your new thing right now, dude?
I don't have one, but it's funny. One of the cool things about a relationship is watching them slowly figure out how fucked your brain is.
Go on.
Like Bae recently, she was like, I noticed that when you are having a hypomanic episode, you make a lot of large purchases. And I was like, yes, I've also noticed this. If you have any suggestions,
I can't tell you how badly I want to compare notes with your Bae about just because Brendan, you're so noticeable. Sometimes I don't know.
But she does the same thing that you do, where you like you present something to me as if it's going to be like the key that turns everything around. I'm like, oh yes, I know this. There's nothing to be done.
Oh, I don't think that. I don't know if that's rude. I think that it's we're prodding and checking to see if you are self-aware. That's all it is. I'm not trying to give you any solutions.
Honestly, I think I'd be better off if I wasn't, because then you could provide me with new information, and that could perhaps influence what's going on.
I don't think that's true at all. You are. I have never met somebody so set in their ways. Yeah, every time you've made a bet. I was thinking yesterday about like when you were doing OMAD, which recently I looked up, and every doctor, like if you type in OMAD into Google, it's just a bunch of doctors screaming no. I remember
I was in really good shape for like 2 weeks though.
Brendan,
really
no,
good
you
shape?
were not.
No, I was.
Wait, can we go back and listen to those episodes?
Yeah, you were not in really good shape, Brendan.
I had lost weight.
Yeah, but
you were in really good shape.
What happened to the rest of your body?
Yeah. Yeah, you lost weight where? I remember Tom.
It was all dick.
I remember because Tom texted me that he texted you. He was like, hey, buddy, just want to let you know, like, I don't know if this OMAD thing is the best idea. Like, I've done a little research. It might be kind of dangerous. And you're like, Tom, I appreciate your concern, but please stop texting me about this.
Okay, I might have this confused. It may not have been the OMAD thing, but there was definitely like a 2-week period sometime between me moving from Philly and now where I was in pretty good shape. And it was fleeting. It was very fleeting.
It wasn't OMAD. I remember that too. It wasn't OMAD. I think you were working out. You were
that's
going.
That's when I was up.
Philly looking good.
Yeah, that was when you were working out.
Oh yeah,
the way that you lose weight.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's when I was. That's when I had alcoholism, but for jogging.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Man, that was nice.
Your alcoholism never went away. It just keeps evolving.
It really does.
It's so adaptable.
Keeps becoming new things. Now it's college, which
hey, you know what?
Not the worst one.
Dude, Brendan, we need to get you to become a college bro now. And you're you're what, late 20s now?
28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New college bro, dude.
I'm 28, the normal age. Go to college.
No, you saw 28. The show.
Yeah.
No, dude, but we got to get you like, I don't know. I didn't go to college.
Hell yeah.
So
me neither, bitch.
What are the things the jocks have?
I don't know. I mean,
jackets.
None of us went. We don't know.
Oh fuck!
I went.
I think the jackets is high school.
Yeah, that's high. That's like
yeah.
What about the triangle flags.
Oh, do you mean
You mean gay people?
no, not
Oh, God.
no? You mean like Greek letters, like Greek life, right?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. The triangles. They're like long,
Oh,
pointy-
yes, for
the
football
pendants.
team, the pendants. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you a few of those.
I'm gonna
are
be
the
a college bro, but like Animal House.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get just the college sweatshirt.
Yeah, just get it coward. There you go. Products.
Yeah, yeah.
Make money.
College. Which one? Oh, it's too hard to pick. Oh, really? You go to college? Name your top 3 favorite colleges.
Princeton.
Okay.
Harrisburg Area Community College. You know what's fucking retarded?
It's so funny to like lie about going to college.
He went off track
He went
after
on
2.
There are several other colleges, I'm sure.
I would love to lie about going to college, but just like accidentally keep naming historically black schools. Just like, where'd you go to college? Like, I actually got my bachelor's at Morehouse. It's just like,
So what's your third college?
Morehouse.
clearly Morehouse.
Obviously.
Man, it's so retarded. Like because you have to take gen eds. I'm 28 years old and I'm taking English 101.
Hell yes, dude.
101.
I'm a published author.
On the New York Times.
Bring your book in signed for your teacher.
You should be like on the Zoom call. How much extra credit do you get for mastering literature?
Before the class started.
Yeah. I actually know a thing or two about books. So.
Yeah.
Oh God, hold on. I need to pull something up because I was about to fucking kill myself. So I was looking in the what?
No, I believe it.
Okay, so I was looking at the syllabus for so later in the semester for English 101, there's this unit. So here are some of the assignments in that unit. Read Werner and McGraw excerpts from The Humor Code. Listen to What Makes Something Funny. Watch Words with a K.
Fuck.
Watch Jerry Seinfeld interview How to Write a Joke. I'm like,
God.
if I took a fucking comedy class, I'm school shooting. I am somehow through the computer Zoom.
Is that
my
that's that Jerry
God.
Seinfeld video where he goes, I start with Pop-Tart because Pop-Tart's a funny word.
I think that's the one where the quote, "Black people are funny."
Yeah, no, that's him on the Steve Harvey show.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking to Steve Harvey. He goes, I'll say it. He's like, black people are funny. They are.
I'm gonna get fucking canceled so bad at school. Like already in the I signed in the portal and I'm setting up my like bio and it asks me for my pronouns and I'm like, a fork in the road. Like it's gonna get to it's like hard consonants are funny. Does anyone have an example of this? And it cuts to me just sweating.
Yeah, what was that? What was one of the assignments words that start with K? Because I'll tell you immediately where my brain went.
Does anyone have experience with comedy? No.
No, you should see if you can perform to just get credits to test up to the next thing.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Oh, God,
hey,
no.
Teach, mind if I bring in a PA? I'll do a set
Yeah.
and show you that I am the king of comedy. I understand all jokes,
Right.
all bits.
Mm-hmm.
I am all powerful on the stage.
It's gonna be like you know in Fargo season 1 when Lester runs into Billy Bob Thornton in the elevator like
Yes.
long after
Yes,
they've
yes.
both taken other lives.
Is this what you want? Are you sure this is what you want?
Yeah. And then the teacher's like, "Yes, this is what you want." And then it's me just throwing out a hard slur and
Tom has to watch it. Hang on. I just told Tom to watch it.
well, my new life is gone. It's time to be a monster again.
That's on you. Oh, fuck.
I wonder if they'd return your money, though, because they can't have canceled person's money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. They can't accept
that's
that
blood
money.
money. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
when Louis tried to give to Biden. They'd have to give me my
Wait, that happened?
No, yeah, and Biden gave it back.
yeah.
When did this happen?
This was like a couple months ago. Like once Biden was the front runner.
That is pretty funny because, like, whose vote is Biden courting with that?
Dude, I have no fucking idea whose vote Biden
Yeah, I mean,
is
like,
courting.
fucking, like, every decision made in America is made for Twitter. Like by no matter by who, no matter what the stakes are.
Well, it's so funny. Like, did you see that, like, Kamala and Biden put out signs on Animal Crossing as, like, a publicity stunt? They made an island an animal. And it's so, because, like, Biden doesn't have a slogan yet, I don't think, but, like, one of the signs was just 3, like, monochrome, like, red, white, and blue images of his aviators. And I'm like, I guarantee you that's their slogan. I guarantee you they're just going with pictures of his giant aviators. The ones he uses to stare at kids with.
How the fuck, like, Biden, his whole image this campaign is the one The Onion made up for him.
Yeah,
He's just like, I have a Camaro, I wear cool sunglasses.
Well, you know what's so funny? There's this thing, like, when some crime bill that he introduced in, like, the early 90s, everybody talks about, like, Biden's stutter. It's like, this is a lifelong stutter. Biden has struggled with this his whole life to comment on it as ableism. And he's got this one where he's talking about this crime bill. He goes, and I passed this bill because Republicans criticize me again and again, and all Democrats, for not being tough on crime. Well, this is he's speaking so articulately about putting black people in jail. It's like, where's the stutter, Joe? You know exactly what you're saying. I mean, it's like he sounds like fucking Darth Vader. It's crazy. I locked them boys up.
Wait, did you guys see his car ad?
Oh,
yeah.
God, my dad can drive a car.
Again,
Well, I'm
who
going to
was
vote for
this
Biden because Trump has never publicly commented on whether or not his father could drive a car.
Dude.
And I'm a single issue voter.
Did you see the thing that came out today? Sarah Huckabee Sanders apparently, like, wrote some, because everybody, that's what you do when Trump fires you, write a tell-all book. So
Right.
apparently when they went to North Korea in 2018, oh my God, it's so fucking funny. I guess Kim Jong-un winked at her. And immediately when the meeting was over, Trump goes, well, that's it, Sarah. You got to take one for the team. He goes, your husband and your kids will miss you very much, but you'll be a hero to the country.
Like, as a bit, or was he just like, look, in my experience, this is how this goes?
I'm sure that he said it was a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't throwing it out. That's what Trump does. He throws things out there. He tests the waters.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everything he says is like, let's see if this ship will sail. Mm-hmm. And then when it does, he's like, I meant it.
Holy shit.
It's so funny, dude. Your husband and kids will miss you, but you'll be a hero to the country.
That's so funny because, like, Trump, he never really thinks about what he says, but then sometimes it's like, well, he thought that so many steps ahead somehow.
No, he's graceful in how he falls. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's like a cat. He lands on his feet. He's unbelievable.
Oh, dude. All right. My roommate and I were talking about this the other day. Have you ever seen Trump, like, bend his knees?
No. I mean, he has a really weird posture.
Right, but he like, stands forward, knees locked. But imagine him just, like, jumping. What would that look like?
I would have to insist that he stop.
Yeah.
I don't think I can't even imagine Trump. I can't imagine Trump midair.
No, right?
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, I feel like, if anything, it would be, like, ankle hops.
I honestly feel like I imagine Trump, like, just when I imagine his posture, I imagine that he's just, like, on wheels being, like, just, like...
just like he does always look like he's on a Segway. Yeah. Hire us, Colbert. We just cracked a new observation on the president.
Segway Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're photoshopping it out.
Yeah,
Probably.
it could be. I mean, they could
that
do
would be
anything
sick if
with
there's
deepfakes.
one photo of him riding a Segway that's painted completely green.
Well, did you see he was on Fox News regurgitating some QAnon theory from, like, conspiracy theory from a couple months ago, where he goes, there's a problem in the country right now. There are people in black suits that are getting on planes. He goes, there's people. She goes, who? He's like, you don't know who they are.
It is so funny to be in charge of the government and be like, maybe there's a deep state.
Yeah,
Maybe there's something else going on.
So, yes, it's like,
you would know.
And he goes, they're getting on planes, they're doing bad things. She goes, no, who are these people? He goes, you don't know who they are. Maybe someday I'll tell you. But until then, because we're looking into it, but maybe one day if you're good. He goes, if you're good, one day maybe I'll tell you. It's the president has so many things that he's going to tell us, and I hope Robbie and I are like, I hope he remembers them all. Because it is great incentive to be nice to him also. To be nice to the president.
Well, wait, and then didn't he say like he heard it from somebody?
Yes,
but then he won't even tell who that was.
Yes. It's a lot of my girlfriend doesn't go to this school kind of stuff.
Man, there was we really stopped finding Trump funny for 3 months on this podcast. But
he's funny again.
I'm so worn down. I'm circling back around. When we get to the point where it matters, right before the election, we'll probably stop again.
Yeah.
But we need a break for a little bit. We need recess.
I mean, it literally it is. In a sense, I feel like just waves are crashing over my head where I'm trying to keep my head above water, and finally it's okay, yeah, he's funny. He's definitely funny.
Well, last night I was watching CNN and actually out loud belly laughing like I haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
For any comedy. It was just him talking about the whole mini strokes.
Oh no! Yes, so fucking funny. Because nobody accused him. Nobody accused him of
denying.
Please tell me this.
There was a book or an article that was written about because Trump took an emergency trip to some hospital a year ago. And they don't specify why. And he's just, for no reason, he just got in front of it on Twitter, and in person he's like, don't believe the lies, I haven't had a stroke. Nobody said that he did.
Actually, 0 people. And then he got the doctor to come out and say it.
Was it that one who looks like Dinosaur Jr.?
I don't know, but the doctor
who during the campaign was like, Donald Trump is the healthiest man I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was watching Don Lemon, and he had to bring that back up, and I was just crying.
Dude, it's so fucking. Did you see today? I don't. Maybe it was South Carolina. He was telling voters in some state because mail-in voting is going through. He goes, maybe all my supporters should vote twice to make sure that it's working. He said, should send it in twice.
God damn it!
I love being the talking dead for Donald Trump. That is essentially what this podcast is. Just the Donald Trump recap show.
Michael was telling me that I guess he suspended payroll tax and then promised to forgive it
if he's elected.
Again.
It is the most fucking capo mafia shit I've ever heard.
Wait, what?
So payroll tax is suspended
as an incentive
until December, so month after the election. And he said if he's elected, he will forgive it for the time period that it was suspended permanently,
instead of having to pay it back in tax.
Which he doesn't. He also doesn't have the power to do.
Right. He barely had the fucking power to help the states with the extra $300 for financial aid. And that's kind of been a nightmare. I'm surprised it's rolling out as soon as it is. But dude, there's a part of me that's like, dude, don't defer my payroll tax. That's going to be more of a headache. Just fucking take it out.
Yeah.
I don't want money that I have to. It's not helpful if I have to pay it back.
Right. Yeah. There's no point.
Well, you gotta be like Trump. Be like, well, I'm not paying this back.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe that is why I feel such kinship with the president. Because Trump essentially did. Trump kind of proves my theory that I wonder if I could do this all the way to the top. I wonder if my method in life will carry me to the highest office in the land.
As we can't even ascend Los Angeles comedy.
Comedy's a whole different business.
God damn. Maybe
honestly, yeah, I feel like I could become a state representative faster than I could get passed at a club.
Absolutely, you could. People who are into QAnon are becoming state representatives.
Yeah, that is pretty sick that like no one but psychopaths and retards wants to be politicians. So it's winding up like 30% retards.
More, dude. There's gonna be like, I mean, that Alex Jones correspondent won her congressional primary in Florida. She doesn't think the Newtown happened, and now she's a fucking like she has the potential to be in Congress, or she thinks that it happened, but she thought that it was like a government setup.
Yeah, I remember that shit back then, and he was all about like FBI documents about Newtown.
Trump?
Oh no!
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Alex Jones. Yeah, he apologized finally.
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
Well, I think that Alex. I think he just gets a little confused sometimes. That's why I think.
Are you talking about that Rogan episode where like Rogan had to like feed him every step of the apology?
Yeah, whatever you're saying, Joe. No, but you need to say it. And that was after he accused Joe Rogan of being Clinton compromised. So that's why Joe had him on.
Yeah, that episode, like, he had the same energy about him as like a man who, through some sort of circumstance, is at a party with two girls he's allegedly dating exclusively.
Oh, yes, dude.
And he's just in a conversation with both of them, just trying to, like, not commit to literally anything.
Yeah, dude. Well, that was the episode. Like, I think, like...
Oh, am I going to leave with you? Well, you know, sometimes I go a lot of places, so...
2 hours...
I mean, who's to say, really? I have to go to the bathroom.
The best part of that ep is like 2 hours in. I'm pretty sure, 2 hours in, he accepts a joint. It might be that one or it might be an earlier one. But I remember Alex Jones smoking a fat blunt going, occasionally I smoke it just to see what they're doing to it. he goes to see how strong they're making it.
Let me tell you, too strong.
100%. Eddie Bravo came in. So did you see Rogan moving?
No, that was the one where like Eddie Bravo had started listening like in his car and then started driving.
Yes.
He's like, I got to get in on this.
Yes. Dude, did you see? So like, I have this theory that you.
I bet we could find out where it is.
Where? What?
Rogan's studio show up?
Well, I mean, it's about to be in Texas. I mean, I think he's already in Texas. He moved.
Yeah, those pics are sick.
Yeah, dude. But did you see, like, I've got this theory that you can tell which comedians are about to get canceled based on who had their episodes delisted from Spotify, because there's a bunch that are gone. Joe List is gone. Nick Kroll is gone. Like, a bunch of... Because, like, a bunch of problematic... Like, all the Alex Jones episodes are gone. A bunch of obviously problematic people are gone, but then some people are gone where you're like, oh, what's about to happen? Like,
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Blackout Joe had some ghosts that came back to haunt him. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine, like Nick Kroll,
father concocted 9/11, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like,
literally.
Nick Kroll, there's no way Nick Kroll's getting canceled for like normal Me Too stuff because the man is a billionaire.
Yeah, he was born a billionaire.
Yeah, so it has to be like some insane like fucking. It has to be like he was trafficking like people or something crazy.
Well, his father is literally like is connected to like intelligence agencies. It's
Nick Kroll was recruiting sex slaves through UCB East and sending them.
Yeah, you find out that UCB is like funded by the Mossad. Like that's how it's able to stay open. They don't pay anybody. They're not generating a profit.
Yeah, someone needs to put together a list of his original episodes. And then
somebody did.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
You underestimate Joe Rogan fans, dude.
Yeah,
like
I know.
in an instant, you can do the side by side.
Really?
Yeah, dude, when you have 190 million downloads,
This is like the flight logs.
This is what's weird is, and then Lores pointed it out. He's only preserving like some of his. I should have checked the validity of this tweet, but he's only preserving some of his favorite full episodes on YouTube because they're all moving to Spotify. And so far, those episodes are like Milo Yiannopoulos, Gavin McInnes, Mike Cernovich. Like,
yo, what happened to Milo?
Boy got puffy. He looks like fucking shit, dude.
Yeah?
He's also like just like a full on Nazi now.
No.
Like mask off, like Nazi, like racial superiority Nazi.
Kind of embarrassed about a lot of Rogan episodes. I listened to the whole thing.
Oh yeah, well because he would just give platforms to people. Like the fact that like so many like free speech comics align themselves with people like Steven Crowder, where it's like, okay, even if you like the idea that this guy is like yeah, sure, free speech, whatever, comedy shouldn't be censored, but this guy sucks at comedy. So like, why do you give a fuck what he thinks? And like Rogan would always have him on, and he would say fucking retarded, stupid shit.
Wait, who was this?
Steven Crowder. He's like,
oh yeah,
he was like that like. It's funny because he's like a free speech comic who's like comedy needs to be edgy, but he's too afraid to swear. Like he won't even use cuss words.
And one day when my wife allows me, I will say fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a really scary video of him just like in his like in his backyard in his private hot tub, just like smoking a cigar, smiling into the camera. It's just like, dude, you have a fucking CTE or something.
That is crazy. I feel like I got red pilled. Like I think it's so stupid. Like, comedy gets policed so much that it's like, well, I want to do comedy that's edgy, so I guess I have to be a Nazi now.
Yeah,
that's the only people who do it.
I guess I have to love Nick DiPaolo or whatever the fuck. Like,
I got in trouble for saying bitch on stage, so I guess now I fucking...
yeah.
I guess now I think that Planned Parenthood is a psyop.
Well, yeah. They're selling baby parts. Yeah, it's funny that like, when a woman told you that like you used harsh language on stage, you're like, you know what? I'm racist. Like that was. What about that?
It's like I may or may not be wearing a bomb. I won't tell you right now. You don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I think this is maybe unique is overinflating, but like I feel like this is a perspective that doesn't get talked about very often, where it's like I feel like we kind of represent like the I feel like we had a kind of a journey where it was like we were both woke losers in like 2013, and then we like flipped way too hard.
Yeah.
And then now we're just like, man, this sucks. Like,
well,
somehow I got tricked into caring about all this bullshit when I just wanted to tell jokes.
Well, what's funny is I do care a little bit because there are people who like, I don't think in theory, I don't think you should censor comedy and shit like that. But like, I also like, I don't want to have to co-sign people where it's like, I'll agree with their right to say it, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't want to co-sign people whose jokes are clearly coming from like the fucking wrong place, like,
right?
And yeah,
you know what? Like
there was like a long time where I wasn't willing to like say that any joke was wrong, just because I was like, well, I have to pick my side because my side's losing.
Yeah, like if you talk about like if you want to talk about the difference between like Nick Mullen and Nick DiPaolo, they should both be able to do what they do, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't like Nick DiPaolo because like even though they're both problematic, they both use slurs, all this shit. Nick DiPaolo does it in a way that's like not interesting and very on its face racist, and mm-hmm. that's definitely a distinction for me where I'm like that at the very least that doesn't make me laugh,
right?
Because it's not it just doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's weird that when you try to make that distinction, people kind of shut you down. I don't know. It's a personal thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Because it's, I mean, people talk about it in a nuanced way so rarely.
Yeah, and
because it's either like there's not that many podcasts that don't fall into like towing the woke line or gas digital. Right. There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to like. That's why like sometimes it feels like I don't feel any guilt when like I'm in the group chat and like we're saying problematic, fucked up shit because you know the audience there intimately and you all know what each other's intentions are, mm-hmm. and it's hard to argue intention about somebody who you don't know or where the audience, where it's a larger audience than just like so. It's to act like the conversation is cut and dry. I think is dishonest. I'm not calling for censorship. I think people should be able to say whatever they want, and I like firmly stand by that. Like, short of fucking hate speech, obviously, but I don't know. I think that the conversation can. I think that you can get into the details of it a little bit more than.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, and it's like, say shit, but do you need to say it because you can say anything? Because there's people who are like, oh, well, free speech, I'm going to say anything. And then they're like, hey, guys, I'm going to shoot all of you. right here, right now, with my gun.
Hang on. I gotta be honest.
Solid bit.
If I saw it, all I want is someone to go up at Lyric Hyperion and deliver that joke exactly as you said it.
You can play the tape.
Yeah, because
it was either
if you play
that
it back,
or
it's
Michael
like
Richards. So.
Yeah, that would be so because like that's such a beautiful example because it's so clearly objectionable. But if you were playing the whole like intersectionality game, you'd be like, well, it's not racist.
Yeah.
I guess we're all gay, so it could be homophobic. Just a clearly like blanket horrible statement that doesn't punch any particular direction.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just have like toe the line, but in the most meaningless way.
We had a guy at I hosted an open mic in Lancaster years and years ago, and we had a guy who went up and he was wearing a trench coat and he was digging around under his coat and he kept saying, "I don't have a gun."
Yes, I remember this story. That's so funny.
Oh man,
he's like, "I don't have a gun. I do not." And then eventually he pulled out a deflated blow-up doll.
I don't want him to pull anything out.
Blew it up.
No, I wish he would have like gotten in trouble and pulled out his little GoPro and been like, "I know my rights." Those dudes that get pulled over and shit.
I want to bring my whole car on stage.
Do it,
What are
dude.
you censoring me?
Honestly, you could do it. No one would notice for like 2 months.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think happened to the car from Charlottesville?
The Charger?
Yeah, like did they just crush it? Is it in a museum? Like,
Oh God, I hope it's not in a museum.
Can we just?
I mean,
say-
like I would love a Challenger like that.
Challenger? That's
sounds
it.
like I could get like the Kelly Blue Book on that has got to be fucked.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Show me the Carfax.
Yeah, you pull up Carfax, you're like, good God.
But like, can we? It took nearly 30 years for Ford to bring back the Bronco. Like, come on. Why is no other car ever in trouble? No matter what happens.
They can't take my Challenger. It's going to be like 30 years until I am successful enough to own one.
The Broncos missed out on a lot of great years.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm going to
just
be one of
funny
those
that-
old men who, like, I'm 70 and I finally get to drive the cool car I wanted. And it just sucks.
Yeah.
It's
I can't even drive it at night.
it's funny to discontinue the Bronco because of OG. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like think about like countless atrocities. Like, what kind of car did fucking like Ted Bundy drive? Like, countless atrocities have been committed in cars.
Most.
Yeah, most. Yeah, like most.
It's funny to
models of
imagine
cars.
the PR meeting. What kind of car was JFK driving?
Some fucking convertible, but
Yeah.
Don't drive a convertible. Get
Yeah.
those off the road.
I think that might have contributed to their. I feel like there were less convertibles after that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because the 70s, it's all muscle cars.
Yeah, that's true. It is funny to watch her try to put his brain back in his head. Just like, you fucking idiot. Sorry. I always, every time I watch this Zapruder film, which is
Fucking Jackie O has had it too good for too long.
Shit, that idiot. She's so, that's not going to work. That's all I think when I watch that video.
I mean, get you a Bay like that, though.
Oh,
Like,
for real.
I hope that when I get shot, Bay tries to
Bay
put
tries to
my
put your
brain
brain
back in my skull. If she doesn't, I'll know I picked wrong from hell.
Hey, you'll know she's right if she'll take over your bank account for you. Because you're outspending yourself, bud.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Sorry. This is just a callback.
Oh. I was
I
gonna say,
looked at you too concerned,
Yeah.
though.
yeah, I was confused.
I was like, we doing an intervention? This is great.
Great for the pod.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing fine. Everything's fine. If you go to the community college, it's as close to socialism as you can get in this country.
Yeah, very true.
It's pretty sick. Today, I drove to a parking lot, and they filled my back seat with cafeteria meals.
What?
Yeah, they had a food. They have like a food bank, and I don't know. I guess they just have a bunch of fucking frozen cafeteria food. Because they just, in the back of my car, they put, like, a big square bag that says, like, pulled chicken in tomato sauce.
Why?
Brendan, did you ask them to do this, or did they rush? Did they swarm upon you?
Yeah, they broke my window and they threw chicken patties in it.
Just throwing fucking hash browns into your car?
Oh, my God. Was there, like, a sign?
Yeah, no, there's a big line of people who wanted it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did you need it? Or
Yeah.
would you...
I mean, I'm not, like, starving to death, but, like,
Definitely not.
I'm on an... God damn it.
Or was it like you saw a line? Or is it you just saw a line and you wanted to hop in?
Yeah, I am the kind of guy who would just pass a line and get curious.
Yeah.
But no, they...
I imagine Brendan literally just, like, on a conveyor belt to a slaughterhouse, just like, I hope there's a good prize at the end.
Where are all my new friends going?
Stand still? Okay.
Yeah, I stand still and they just cattle prod me in the head. No, they in welcome day on Zoom, they told everybody to come. So went, got my groceries.
Yeah.
I've roughly 100. It's prison style food,
Right.
I have these 2 bags of like 50 each chicken patties. And by chicken patty, it's like a fake chicken breast. It's like a chicken nugget with no breading pressed into a breast shape with fake grill marks.
Nice.
And let me tell you, that's what I'm eating for a long time.
Like the thing, like that Subway that you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But in my house.
Man, I loaded up on food tonight too. I feel bad. I'm worried I'm gonna get in trouble actually because I had a list. Shout out to Jacob Bennett, listener, DM me because he's like, yo man, I've got a Grubhub deal, but I don't live in LA, but it's only for LA. It's $30 of free food. And he's like, do you want it? And I'm like, I was out of the house today because they're flea flogging my house, so I had to get Reed out of there, and I was at my job because I live across the street. So this
Your house is basically outside.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's really shitty. There's like there's just like cracks, like cracks in my house where I can like see light like coming in from outside.
Fuck that.
So he sent me $30. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, dude, just give me like, I'll just take like some fucking Jack in the Box or whatever. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, okay, I got you like $30 worth of food from Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, and 7-Eleven. I was like,
shit.
okay. So the driver shows up the first time. He just says the Jack in the Box. And I texted Jacob. I was like, hey, I think that like, I'm like, thank you, but I think you might want to get your money back because they only sent me one. And he goes, no, there's going to be 3 cars coming to you. And unfortunately, I hate to, I don't know if it was set up this way or if it was just chance. Same driver every time. So I mean, like, the second time it was funny, and the third time when he handed me just treats from 7-Eleven, I was like, a friend ordered this for me. He's like, okay. So, way too much food. I'm eating it in the escape room.
It looks like you're eating it all immediately and realizing it wasn't enough.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's what it looks like to him.
Yeah, it looks like you're calling your Coke dealer 5 times throughout the night.
Hey, do you have any more? Yeah. So I finished like a quarter of the because I've been trying to cut back on my portions and like cook at home. So I finished a quarter of the Jack in the Box. I'm like, I didn't even touch the Taco Bell, the snacks from 7-Eleven. I'm not going near. So I just like had all this fucking food, and so then it was time to leave. And I guess I had accidentally left the gate to the escape room open. I'm really worrying about this as I'm saying it because when I went outside,
you should probably go fix this before this episode airs.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to listen. I don't give a shit. I'll go back tonight. So I left. So while I left the gate open, and it got a little dark outside, and when I went to look out the door, well, there's a homeless man now who I'm pretty sure that he pissed himself because there was just a trail of liquid leading to where he was sleeping. And so he's sleeping in the parking lot. He slipped in through the gate. And I like went out to throw some trash away and wake him up. And then I'm like, fuck, man, I've been homeless. I know what this is like. So I just like laid down all the treats at his feet as like a nice gift for him when he wakes up.
Yeah.
But then in leaving, I I think I slammed the gate too tight for him to open it, so now he's just like trapped in there like a zoo enclosure. I think I will go check on him. I mean, hopefully he can gather some strength from the food that I gave him. But as of right now, there's a homeless person in the parking lot of 60 out, which is, I mean, he can't get in, thank God. There's a great open door, and he just
it's like climbing in Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
He needs to stop and eat food halfway.
The circle's going. Yeah. And is that a way you can extend your stamina in that game?
I forget.
I need to try that when I get home. But yeah, so essentially he does have supplies, so I don't know if that's good. I hope there's not like just more homeless people when I get back. Like
there's just a party.
Yeah, he just lays eggs and like
oh my God.
just 8 little mini homeless people start walking around.
I'm imagining it's like babies, but like they have beards and stuff.
Yeah.
They all speak in his voice.
Yeah, babies that all look like current day Danny Glover. Just like yeah, I mean, he was covered in some kind of liquid, so I hope he likes chicken tenders.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. I'll tell you what sucks. I didn't leave him anything. I left him a lot of salty snacks and nothing to drink.
Well, then he's not going to piss himself if he's soaking up all
that.
That
is true.
Yeah, you got to soak up.
He's definitely going to want to drink.
You're going to dehydrate him, dude. Temperatures this weekend going over 100.
Do you know what my problem is? I'm too good of a host. That's essentially what it is. I saw this guy and I was like, a guest. Let me get food for him. Let me get a nice spread for this man sleeping in the parking lot.
Yeah, next time you have to like bring out like cheeses.
Yeah. I lay an immaculate charcuterie board at his feet.
Yeah. He wakes up and you're sitting across from him drinking your own glass of wine.
Yeah.
You're like, you're awake.
Lighting candles.
You put down a stack of napkins that he can use to eat off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, so is this your piss?
Be our guest.
Yeah, fuck. I'm so worried that now he's going to go to the other homeless people. He's like, you guys, I found a magic parking lot.
This dude just gives you shit.
Oh, no, because he was sleeping. So he's literally just going to wake up and, like, I guarantee he's going to look up at the sky before he eats it.
Man. Wait, so hold on. You work in an escape room, and they don't have, like, cool smart locks or anything?
No, we do. What do you mean, like, on the outside? Well, no, the outside is just, like...
Well, now the outside is also an escape room for him.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, tough shit. No, he can't get in.
Indoor, outdoor escape room.
Yeah.
He can't really do any damage where he is. And the cops will tell him to move along.
No, I'm just trying to say...
Hey, you in that cage!
I'm just worried that, like, we have cameras that run 24/7, so, like, I'm worried that my bosses are going to be like, Nick, we saw that you have been feeding the homeless people. Like,
we see you trap homeless man as game?
Yeah, you give him presents. Why?
We see you lock him in, which funny, yes.
I mean,
but then you give him food and we don't understand
at all. Yeah. The first part, very Russian. We have good
Have
left.
you seen the Hammer video?
Yes. We have good left, but then you feed him. We are confused. But they can't fire me. They can't fire me because there are only 2 confirmed employees coming back, and I am one of them. So they definitely can't fire me. So I think I'm good. I didn't want this guy to not have food, dude. I felt bad.
Do they pay on the books?
Yes, they do.
Fuck. Well, then never mind. I was going to ask you for a job.
Because you want to keep your unemployment.
I do.
If you work part-time, you can keep it.
Oh, really?
If you're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can keep it if you work part-time.
I know I do have to lie and say that I'm not in school, because if you're in school, they actually cut it because they want you to get financial aid.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm going to get financial aid because I made too much money when I was working.
There won't be a position for you until we open again. Because with virtual rooms, we just need one person there.
Wait, how did you already sign up for school, though, without money?
Oh, I mean, a semester of school is like $500 in
Oh, so
California
you paid
for
for it.
community college.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is socialist utopia, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for the fact that our state has no money at all.
No. Well, we were too busy giving it away to everyone else.
Now we don't have enough. Have you guys seen that? Like the reason why the wildfires are so bad is because I think like 40 of the 70 inmate camps that we use are COVID infected, so we don't have prisoners to fight the fires.
Yeah. Well,
It's so insane that prisoners fight the fires.
Yeah, for
Right?
no money. Well, dude, have you read about like I was reading this crazy thing about like private for-profit prisons that like most states, when private prisons open up there, the reason why judges are incentivized to send people to jail for like long sentences is because states enter into an agreement with private prisons where if up to 90% of their beds aren't filled at any given time, they can fine the state. And the state has to pay out like millions of dollars. So it literally incentivizes. And because the other thing is we use private prison labor, like a lot of companies use it for manufacturing because they can pay these people fucking 11 cents an hour. So it's crazy. And most states are. That's why you had that case a couple years ago where that judge was caught like just like any kid that came across.
Oh yeah, that was in PA.
Yeah, dude, just
and
fucking
that was minors.
Yes, just sending them to private prisons so they can make fucking like
Oh my god.
containers and cans and shit.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely not our point, but it is slavery, and
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know. It's like you. I don't know. I just didn't know that. I didn't know. There's so many things I didn't know until quarantine, and now I'm just like, whoo, okay.
How many prisoners have died fighting fires? That's crazy.
I'd have to look it up. I think they're paid like $1 an hour, which they can use to buy M&Ms when they get back to prison.
Well, but I also saw that this year they got rid of a lot of prisoners, because of COVID. They were worried about spreading it more.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
That they released them.
Oh, they actually like.
They let people go, and then we also have less now than there were available last year.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Because I thought what I had read is the
Plus,
camps were on
the state,
lockdown.
we keep all our money in cash in the woods, which we got to stop doing. So,
Absolutely. I mean, Tupperware helps with like the rain and stuff, but
it was like a fun geocaching thing, but it really didn't pan out.
Do you imagine Gavin Newsom just like walking through the burning redwoods with like a metal detector, just like, "Fuck, where is our gold? I know we left our gold here."
Mm-hmm.
God,
have you ever seen There's an Under the Silver Lake subreddit where people have been since the movie coming out, trying to solve a mystery in the movie. That last I checked involves like GPS coordinates in like Northern California. Really? And I assume that when you go there, it's all the cut scenes about pedophiles that A4 cut out.
Yes. Dude.
Wait, hold on. Rewind.
You know about
what
Under the Silver
all
Lake?
Of this?
Okay,
No.
so dude, Under the Silver Lake, it's really good. You should watch it. It was the second movie from the guy who directed It Follows.
Okay.
I think he just doesn't have a career anymore. So it's this movie about
I checked a couple weeks ago, and he's had no news related to him since this movie came out.
Okay.
But also, there was like a big gap between It Follows and this too, so I don't know.
No, it was only like when it was released, but I think it was only like a 2-year gap between. Like, It Follows and so
maybe.
So it's this film about like Andrew Garfield undercovering this like crazy Hollywood conspiracy, and it was shown at Cannes, I want to say, and I knew somebody who saw the Cannes cut, and she says that the Cannes cut was incredible. Like, she thought it was amazing. It was her favorite movie. That cut will never be released. So A24, like the famously independent studio distributor that doesn't interfere with its director's visions, like doesn't tell them to cut movies. Like, A24 is never like imagine them like telling Ari Aster to like cut Hereditary to make it more appealing. They told I'm forgetting his name, the director.
I forget too.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know.
So they were like, this movie is an unmitigated disaster. You need to recut it extensively because it was supposed to come out like summer of 2018, and then he was like, we're recutting it. It's going to take us 6 months to recut this film so that it makes sense. And the person who saw it at Cannes said it wasn't a mess. So they pushed it to December, and then the December date blew by, and then it was released quietly on Amazon Prime in a recut fashion, and was kind of like critically panned, like, because people thought that it was pointing out like the conspiracy theories are baseless. They thought it presented like misogynistic ideas, all this shit. And you watch it, you're like, I don't know, he seems pretty fucking nail on the head about this whole town. And so it's just weird that A24, like the famously like small independent director driven studio, they're willing to lose money on films, like that they would demand that he like cut and censor this movie basically.
But it's a movie about billionaire like secret society fucking like Masonic elites who what they do is consensually fuck adult women
who want to be with them.
It's like I feel like there's some of this script didn't make it through to the final cut.
Yes, it feels like something's missing. Well, it's like that apparently, like, you know when Tom Cruise goes to the party in my friend Eric pointed this out, like the cuts get kind of jumpy in Eyes Wide Shut, and apparently it's because there was a scene where they cut where like Tom Cruise comes across a room with like empty with a giant pentagram, and it's implied that that's where they take that girl who like offers herself. And like I got similar vibes watching this, where it's like this is clearly like a director's vision, but it doesn't feel like his hands were in the editing room. It feels like somebody else's hands were.
But also, that's so weird. Because they obviously thought it was okay to submit to the festival.
So it can, yeah. And it had a good reaction. And the one person I know who saw it was like, it had a good reaction. That's my preferred cut of the movie. I don't know why they didn't release it. I should have asked her what was in it. I have never done that.
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't I do that? I'll have to open up my Letterboxd account again. Because you want to know why? Because it hadn't come out yet when I was talking to her about it, and I didn't want to know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
We were friends on Letterboxd. Okay, I'll have to fucking open my account back up.
Yeah, please do, because that would be a sick Coward Hour exclusive.
Yeah, if you guys could break that right here. Beautiful.
Que bello.
Mm-hmm. Be part of the Coward Hour Dudes Rock Film Festival.
Yes, dude.
What are the guidelines to submit?
Just has to be a very Dudes Rock movie.
Yeah.
I would love to do that sometime. Just do a Twitch stream where like we tell everybody when to hit play on like it's like Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Dragged Across Concrete.
That's what they do on that's what Lores does on Civic TV. And it's supposed to be like him and the Sewer City Boys have been doing that, and it's like a blast.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I should message them. We should like do a night with them where we like pick the movies.
That'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Mm-hmm.
I love to just roadmap the podcast.
Honestly,
people really like listening to the Coward Hour Slack channel. Hey, we had some laughs.
Yeah, oh, some great laughs.
Yeah. So what's in store for Q1?
Oh, shut up, Tom. Why don't you talk about your stupid podcast?
Did you explain the concept of it? Do you want to do that?
I think you did in the beginning, didn't you, or no?
I don't know. I think maybe I just said the name.
I think you did.
But yeah, it's called Forced Opinions. Basically, I get people on, comics, funny people like these two lovely hosts.
and the podcast confirm this. It's about your opinions about what things it's okay to force certain kinds of people to do.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it.
That could go like 5 different places.
I got
I
got confused with a different podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but so then basically I get people like them to come on, and then I tell them what they believe. Then they need to explain to me why.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, right? Was that your experience?
Yeah.
So much fun.
It felt like improv, but not cringy and horrible. It was fun.
Yeah. I was telling Tom, I've had more people back home. Maybe it's because I put it in my Facebook. I accidentally put it in my Facebook store. I didn't realize. But like,
he just doesn't promote this podcast.
Well, no, I promoted on the Coward Hour one because I was promoting it on my Instagram one a lot, and I noticed that like when I would do it every week, just like less and less people would watch my story.
Right.
Like it's the Coward Hour clip. But more people have messaged me about that episode than have like ever from home have ever messaged me about my podcast. So they really liked it.
Well, fuck yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have deleted my Facebook because it is kind of funny to like just broadcast things to people from 10th grade.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many messages I get. At least like a few messages a year of like, love to see that you're doing your thing, man. Always that. always love to see that you're doing your thing. It's like, hi, I'm 27 and I have negative money.
Well, if high school reunions are a thing after the pandemic,
oh, I got one coming up, dude.
yeah, you can roll up.
Apparently,
success.
my class officers just said, like, now we're not going to do that shit, like, even before the pandemic.
That's so funny.
My sister's, like, busybody nerd friend, like, tracked them down, was like, hey, you were president of our high school class. Is there a reunion this year? And they're like, no. Who are you?
Could you imagine having to keep track of that for like 10 years?
Dude, I'm shocked, but the people in my town who do it, the reason why they do it is because, like, they're all still there. So it's huge for them. I mean, where I grew up, it's kind of like that town in It. It's like, it grips you. People don't leave. They're obsessed with just going to fucking Bill Bateman's, the local bar. Like,
honestly,
what's so funny about that?
I stand hometowns, I gotta say.
No, I don't.
I was just picturing you talking to a clown under like a comically large drainage hole.
Yeah.
Just saying, it floats. And then, didn't you watch
I did watch he doesn't say it floats.
Yeah, it does.
No, the classic quote, it floats.
It floats.
What does he say?
And then he honks
says-
his big red nose.
He says we all float down here.
No, but he talks in the very beginning.
Yeah.
He goes, it floats, honk honk.
Yeah.
I only dedicated 10
I'm
years.
it the clown.
I'll pay $100 if he doesn't.
Tom,
say it.
there's no piece of fiction that I detest more than Stephen King's It. I have burned it into my memory.
We
I
talked
hate it
at length
so
about our feelings about SK.
I hate the book It.
Dude,
I feel like one day you will get into a physical altercation with Stephen King.
I'm trying to. I'm gonna knock those fucking bats off of the gate in front of his house. You goofy motherfucker.
just start
What you're
mailing
gonna
him
do is,
coupon
like,
codes
you're
for
gonna-
the escape room.
You're going to develop science to make you older so that it's a fair fight when you kill him.
Dude, did you see? So I've been following, like, since getting into fighting games, I've been following fighting game Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And somehow, I don't know how, Stephen King ended up, like, there was this guy talking about, like, oh, I hate when you, like, get fucking DP on Wake Up, like, and then, like, you can't cancel it. It's all this shit. It's this just fighting game jargon, and somebody quote tweeted it and was like, I can't believe this is, like, an English sentence. Like, this hurts my brain. And then Stephen King replied, tantalizing, what does it mean? Like, so Stephen King, like for a day, like, fighting game Twitter, like, Stephen King just wandered into the Tekken 7 discourse. It's so, like, that man is online so much.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And he's really letting Trump have it.
Oh my God, President Cheeto?
Mm-hmm.
The master of the macabre.
I gotta
is coming
tell my
for
mom
you.
to follow Stephen King.
Oh, she'll love it. She will fucking love it.
I think my mom, I think she still has a Twitter. The last I checked her Twitter, it was when my little brother was playing baseball, and she would tweet out play-by-plays for the other moms who couldn't be at the game. It was adorable. I love my mom.
Oh my God. Well, it's just it's funny to me that Stephen King is like a woke bae when, like, I imagine, like, you know, every time he writes a book and he writes in, like, the magical black lady character that he puts on, like, fully puts on, like, a marm outfit and grease paint all over his face and goes, all right, my turn to say it. And then
Yeah.
I mean,
When Stephen King, on his computer, the, like, lorem ipsum dummy text is just the N-word.
yes. I mean, he literally writes, like, the black dialect in his film. It's like, show enough. It's like Aunt Jemima, dude.
Yeah, Stephen King, he's like, Trump, you fascist Cheeto idiot. And then he sits down and he writes, and he's like, Jake rubbed his blank cock
Yeah.
like the blank he was.
yes.
Man.
He says, I mean, he says retard and the N-word so much in The Stand that you would think you were listening to Coward Hour. You would think he was transcribing our show.
Oh, man.
We got to get him on.
Well, I would love to have Stephen King on.
He'd do it.
He totally would.
What's anyone doing right now?
I mean, he's so bored that he's like, just like wandering into video game Twitter. I guarantee you that he would come on Coward Hour.
Just get him to come on and like bully you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, he could never do it, Tom.
He has a bunch of.
But you want to see him try.
Stephen King, he does this thing where on his website he gives out like stories he wrote for $1 for like students to make. Which it's like if you have enough ideas to do this, time to hang it up. Like,
right? Yeah.
Time to pack it in. Stop doing this.
And you're not doing cocaine anymore.
Mm-hmm. But I think that we should take them and just be mercilessly cruel to him.
Dude,
You are a student now.
I am a student now.
Have we?
I cannot somehow, for some reason, Spotify will not recognize this fact.
As a quick last thing I want to say about Stephen King, have we talked about his movie Maximum Overdrive?
I believe we have.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tom, we should watch this movie.
We'll watch it.
All right. I'll tell you about it later. He was so, he's like, I did so much cocaine in the 80s that like I don't remember writing some books. So Maximum Overdrive is a movie where he says I was
Let me tell you, Stephen King, it shows.
Yeah, I was so high on cocaine that I don't remember directing this movie. Do you know how many people you meet when you direct? Like, do you know how many? Like, do you understand how complicated it is to direct a movie? You're there for months. You met Emilio Estevez.
It's not like Station to Station where like I could see you banging that out in a couple days.
Right. It's he was like the whole soundtrack is done by AC/DC. He demanded that AC/DC do the soundtrack. The evil truck, he put the Green Goblin's face. He did not get permission. But the evil truck in the movie has a sculpture of the Green Goblin from Spider-Man on it. So it's just like, dude, the cocaine 80s was such a time. He's in the movie. There's literally a part where he's in the movie and he looks into the camera and flips his shades up and his pupils are fucking so dilated.
He's in the movie?
He is in the movie in the very beginning. An
man.
ATM that comes to life calls him an asshole.
It's kind of funny to like I don't actually know that much about it culturally, but it's kind of funny to imagine what life was like in like the 70s where cocaine was kind of like socially acceptable.
Oh yeah.
Like I was this is going to be a horrible digression that no one but me likes. I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, the good old Grateful Dead cast, where they are currently going through Working Man's Dead track by track and one episode per track. And there's even bonus episodes in between.
So wait, they dedicate like an hour to a track of the Grateful Dead?
They're more like a half hour, but they get like interviews with like people and they discuss. The song Casey Jones was not a single, but because it had the word cocaine in the first line, it like did so crazily well.
Really?
Yeah. Because people were just like, a song about cocaine?
Yeah. I guess that means we can do it.
Yeah.
He said cocaine.
Also, Casey Jones was a real man who got in a fatal train accident, but he was like a famous teetotaler from like the 1910s.
Oh my God.
So they just slandered a real man.
Casey Jones, is that the name of the hockey guy from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well? Casey Jones? I think it is. I thought that's what
it sounds like something. It sounds so fucking
I'm
familiar.
telling you, Casey Jones that's who fucking Casey Jones is the Ninja
we
Turtles.
need more songs.
Yeah, Casey Jones, he died running his train into another train, which is very funny to imagine. Like, from the from the engine, you're just in there like, stop! Oh, no!
No, but
He's in Ninja Turtles, by the way. Yeah. He's Elias Koteas'
we need more activity-based songs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Yeah, because like cocaine, sitting with the boys in your boys' room.
Slide to the left. Okay.
Yeah.
I love a song that compels me to
Tells me what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like smoking and drinking.
Right.
Danny Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's Jump.
Jump. What's jump? How does jump? Oh no. Just jump.
I guess maybe there's multiple Jump songs.
I think I was still thinking of the Cha-Cha Slide. The only song I've ever heard is the Cha-Cha Slide.
Did you know that there's this song, the Cha-Cha Slide. If you listen real closely, there's actually a hidden message in the lyrics telling you how to move your body.
Yo, are people still I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. Is the Cha-Cha Slide still holding sway like in this?
Yeah.
I believe so,
Really?
yes.
Dude, are people still doing the fucking chicken dance?
I don't know.
Wait, is that the one? How does that go again?
Slide to the left.
No,
Pow.
chicken.
Oh. I think it's the chicken dance. Is that like some like polka, like fucking? It feels like it.
It has to be.
It feels like it originated in like Pennsylvania with the Polka King guy or something.
It really does.
Well, like,
It sounds like lyrics children made up to an existing song.
Yeah, it does. Well, it's clearly some Eastern European thing that just like white trash appropriated because it's polka music. Like until if you don't add the bok 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 bok, it's just a. But like, dude, people who live in trailers can't leave anything alone.
Cotton Eye Joe
God damn it! Well, God damn it, Cotton Eye Joe.
had to make it the fucking Robin Hood song had to turn into the gosh darn hamster dance.
Oh my God! Is that the Robin Hood song?
It is.
wait, what?
Like it's the song like at the very beginning. It's like
That's Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Oh, from the animated movie?
Yes.
Oh my God! You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
What was it? There was really a moment where fucking like white trash people were into techno, but in a very specific way.
Yeah.
Like in the most specific way. But like
there was like a period of time where you could just take any song from a musical and just kind of spice it up with some samples, and you're on the radio.
Yeah.
make it sound like the Venga Boys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Fergie just like did Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh yeah! Holy fuck! I forgot.
Dude, that was a strange cultural moment.
I remember. I remember being.
Also, you know what's really funny to listen to in 2020?
Huh.
Let's Get Retarded by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Everybody
it's
forgets.
like it's like a Come Town parody that's already done.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it blew up when they changed it to Let's Get It Started. But but when you hear that original, even to this day,
The original feels forced.
yeah, when you hear it, you're like, oh, I don't know if they should be doing all this. Like this is, especially because it was so clearly written to be a single. You're like, why would you? It's like, why would you do that?
God. Fuck. Yeah, imagine.
I think it'd be funny if they recorded a third like middle version. Let's get the R word in here.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite Black Eyed, is it I Got Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night? That song. One of my favorite isolated pieces of the Black Eyed Keys is there's an interjection in that song.
The Black Eyed Keys.
The Black Eyed Peas. The Black Eyed Peas. I've been breathing.
This will be Nick's horrible mashup album.
That's my new girl talk experiment. But no, I've been breathing Flea Fogger. But
I paid for Ableton Live, but they deactivated my key code.
There's this incredible interjection in I Got a Feeling where tonight's the night, let's live it up. What does he say? Anyway, Will.i.am says L'Haim, but it's auto-tuned. I can't tell you how many times I'm just walking around and I'm just like, L'Haim. It just plays, just the auto-tuned L'Haim plays in my head.
I mean,
Yo, how many fucking bar mitzvahs do you think that opened up?
Endless. And it's still happening.
I mean, that even goes back to, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of this song. The Killing Me Softly.
Oh, yeah.
The one time.
Dude, well, I remember I was in Nashville and I was getting high with my friend Dustin because I was like, and it was one of the earlier times I smoked.
What a prelude!
Well, we were driving.
Cool.
We were no.
This is Behind the Music with Nick Oldershaw.
No,
So we were cool teens.
No.
Right?
No, but you know how when you're high, the songs feel much longer. Like a bridge in a song, like the first verse of a song can
The
feel
sound also feels much taller, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
God, I miss I miss getting high and listening to Grateful Dead shows alone in my room in the dark so much.
Well,
if only we didn't ruin everything else about my brain.
Yeah, but
it makes Grateful Dead sound so good.
So you know how when you listen to a song, like you'll think you've been listening to a song for 2 minutes, but it's been 10 seconds. So like the song feels way longer. We were driving around in his car. His car had no seatbelt, so I was just like,
"Oh, the problem with me and weed is I do that with my own story."
Yes. So we're driving around in his van that he's taking the seats and seatbelts out of. I was like rolling around in the back. We're literally speeding through the streets of downtown Nashville. A cop at one point steps in front of our car with a flashlight because our lights are not on and it's like midnight, and the cop just goes, "Turn your lights on," and we do, and he's like, "Okay." It's like, dude, you really should have stopped us.
He was checking your race.
Yeah. Well, he was black cop, so anyways.
Yeah, I mean, still.
So that
you think black cops aren't playing the game?
How
do you think they got to be cops?
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
So that Black Eyed Peas song that starts out with Fergie singing,
yeah,
I think it's called "Addicted." She's like, "Boy, I think about it every night and day." It's really, really good, and we're listening to it. We're like, Justin goes,
Wait, you and your boy are driving around smoking blunts, listening to Fergie.
Well, it comes on the radio.
Nashville, baby.
It comes on the radio, and we hear that song, and we hear that beginning part, and Dustin's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "That's so good. That's like better than the Beatles." I'm like, "This song is blowing my mind," and then it gets. And then
this is better than the Beatles.
Yes, it was that bad. It was absolutely that bad. And then in what in retrospect feels incredibly racist, that ends and it guts directly to will.i.am rapping. I'm a dick. It's like that, and we immediately go, "Why would they do that?" Dustin goes, "Why would they ruin that beautiful?" And we didn't know what the song was at all, so we're just like, we think we've heard this new beautiful song, this incredible hook, and now we're just like fuming mad. We're like, why the fuck would they ruin? Like they had a perfect song, and then they had to ruin it with hip hop, and so. We get
a fucking 8th grader's
yes,
argument.
Yes. So this is pre Shazam.
What? It's just a song that you talk over.
Yes, this is pre Shazam. This is pre everything. So we're just fuming. We're fuming for the entire 20-minute car ride home. We get back to the house that we were staying in Nashville. Where instantly I was sleeping on the couch on the porch, and so we decide that we have to know what this song is. And so Dustin puts the lyrics in as best he can remember. It takes us like 10 minutes to actually find the song on YouTube. And then when we see that it's by the Black Eyed Peas, we're not mad anymore at all. He looks at me and goes, "Well, what did we expect?" Because the Black Eyed Peas aren't just going to release a beautiful song.
That'd be funny if they got bored and they were like, "What if we do one?
What if we just do one song that's better than the Beatles?" Yeah, I've never felt such anger as when when it stopped being Fergie.
Oh, you triggered a memory.
Yeah.
Not actually that dark, but when I was like 19 years old, I was dating this girl. Just because she said she'd be my girlfriend, that was the only reason we were dating.
I mean,
Follow your heart.
Her friend told me to ask her out when we were all having different Facebook Messenger conversations.
Oh my god,
yeah.
dude! Nostalgia is hitting me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was just some girl I met at an open mic who was like friends with one of my other open mic buddies, and we had nothing in common. We had never had a conversation, and her friend just told me to ask her out, and I did, and she said yes. So then every Saturday I would go over to her house. She would make me watch Doctor Who. In between every episode of Doctor Who, I would make a move, and I would get a little bit further every time, and then she would say, like, "Okay, I'm done having my nipples sucked now. Back to Doctor Who." And I'd be like, "But I don't like Doctor Who." And she'd be like, "Yeah, but..." It was like, literally, and I should stress, each time 100% consensual.
Of course.
So it'd be like, let me go in for a kiss, and she'd be like, yes, that was nice, and now Chris Eccleston.
The only non-consensual part was you watching Doctor Who.
Yeah. That was a steep violation of my personhood. But yeah, every time I would just get a little bit farther, and she'd keep making me watch Doctor Who. And then it was time for the open mic, so we drove together.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Britton, you didn't even realize you were looking out from a deep well at that
From
point.
a deep well. And she put on she was like, let's listen to music. And this is how old this story is. She reached behind her sun visor where she had a bunch of CDs.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
And she pulled out, I don't know, some fucking like radio country guy like Tim McGraw or someone like that. I'm definitely not remembering the exact guy. But she pulls it out and she puts it in. And it plays just this fucking sick bluegrass riff for like 45 seconds. And I'm like, this fucking rules. And then like there's like a record scratch like mixed in. And then it's just horrible fucking radio country. I'm just like, no. Why? It's like they were owning good country.
Yeah, he's just like,
I tricked you. You were gonna have to listen to that bullshit.
Oh god.
yeah, it is funny that like country people who listen to country music now like don't like it only goes back like 10 years from them. They don't even like good country music.
No,
like if you play like there's this great guy who like on YouTube he broke down like the death of country music is like the clap track. How like every single did you watch it?
No, but I get it.
Every single pop country. Sometimes like there are entire albums that have them. In addition to the percussion of the drums, which is just like your standard like 4 on the floor beat, I feel like there's a clap track just like. It's fucking.
Well, the boys around here don't listen to the Beatles.
Yeah.
But also like current country music, pop country, is just Nickelback, but with lyrics inspired from rap.
Yes,
where it's about their trucks, it's about girls, and it's about beer.
And they're doing.
Jesus.
What's funny is like the music doesn't sound anything like country, but they're doing country voice to a comical degree. More than Waylon ever fucking did it. Like
none of them sound like that.
Yeah. And none of them.
The
talk
songs
like that
are so
either.
funny.
Yeah.
Like I love going down YouTube holes of like lesser known like that style country guys. Yeah, there's a couple. We used to, back when I would just like get fucking obliterated drunk in Millersville, Pennsylvania, and we would just sit on this disgusting porch all day. We would just like let YouTube like algorithm play whatever it wanted to, and it would we would just listen. Like there's this song, I'm Glad You Called.
Oh yes,
have you heard this
you
one?
Showed me this.
Yeah, it's hilarious because there's not enough verses. Like it's set up like it's gonna be this like thematic thing, but like the first Glad You Called is this guy's in his truck crying about to kill himself, and his buddy calls him like, would you like to go fishing? And then like the chorus comes in like and then the other one is like this girl's about to get an abortion, and then the guy calls and he's like, no, you don't have to get the abortion. But like none of the problems that he sang about earlier in the verse were like and I'm still going to school and we don't have any money and I don't have any help. None of that gets addressed in the song.
We'll just give this child a horrible life.
Yeah. My other favorite horrible country song is I Drive Your Truck. And it's about this guy just singing about like his brother got like car bombed in Iraq. So every now and then he goes out and he takes his brother's truck that he left in America and he just does donuts and cries.
Oh my god.
That's fucking sick.
Have you ever heard Country Girl Shake It?
No.
It's this song. It's terrible. It's Country Girl Shake It for me. But so throughout the song, he starts listing all the things. Because I listened to the song because we were listening to country music when I drove out to Joshua Tree with my friend Marie a couple years ago. And so we're just putting on country because we want to get in the desert mood. And there's a point in the song where he's like listing all the things that he wants country girls to shake it for, and it gets so out of hand. To the point where he's like, shake it for the squirrel, shake it for the tree, shake it for the. He tells country girls to shake it for the squirrels. He demands that they shake their ass for the bees. and like we're like beating the front of the car. I'm afraid the fucking airbag's gonna go off because he's like, shake it for the squirrels. she's like, present your ass to the squirrels.
Well, I mean, come on. If we know one thing about squirrels.
Shake it for the squirrels, shake it for the bees. Oh my god. It is such a funny song.
Yeah, the only weird radio song I had was I was driving home late at night for some reason in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I don't remember. And it was like kids' radio seemed to accidentally go on to like an old jazz station.
Yeah.
And so it was just this kid song, just poop goes in the potty. And it was just like poop.
I mean, I agree, but we don't need to write a song about it.
It goes in the potty. And I was like, what the fuck is happening to me right now?
What?
Yeah. I think it's not hard to find. But
poop goes in the potty.
That has to be your origin, is you were like chained up.
Oh,
handcuffed to the foot of a bed, and that was just played.
I hate talking about my ass. I mean, so does the president. He's on the record. He's literally now on the record saying, "I don't talk about my ass."
But there's so much to talk about.
There's nothing to talk.
It's such a fascinating ass.
There's so little to talk about.
He looks like he's wearing Depends, but I know he isn't. Because Trump would never do that. He would be pissing and shitting himself, and he would just convince us all that he isn't.
Out of sheer pride.
No, unless maybe his people tricked him into thinking it was like his own invention of sorts.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, like they just like write his name on it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, well, it's a Trump product.
Right.
Well,
yeah. It's cushioned.
Yeah.
It's actually an ass airbag.
Oh.
Yeah.
For your pleasure.
Yeah.
A ribbed diaper. Just for some vague pleasure. It's unclear.
For a pleasure.
Oh, fuck.
But, all right, one last thing on Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I just want to know what the guy smells like.
Probably not that good. He probably like sprays him. He probably like showers in cologne or something.
Yeah, it's
but
probably
like,
a lot of like musk or no. It's like some rich
Right.
cologne. Whatever the most expensive cologne is.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just want to see the man get ready.
Do you?
I want to see the process.
Mm-hmm.
How's the bacon made?
I do want to see like the cliche screenplay scene where he wakes up, he hits the alarm.
Yeah. We need the American Psycho thing, but with Trump. So he's like lotioning his face and like telling us what's happening. And instead of working out, it's McDonald's.
I bet he sleeps like some weird way. Like I bet it's not a bed. I bet he sleeps like in one of those Dale Cooper like upside down like foot contraptions.
Dale Cooper doesn't sleep in that.
No, he doesn't.
He's just I see what you're saying.
But Trump
in like what he has. Yeah.
Trump gets picked up by like a claw and suspended at like an exactly 70-degree angle.
So he's like a techno vampire, basically. He's like a cyber goth.
I've long said that Trump is the first cyber goth president.
Totally a cyber goth. Yeah, can you see him just like dancing under a bridge with glow sticks?
I mean, I bet if he wins re-election, he's gonna go just full mafia boss with his clothes.
Dude,
he's gonna start wearing black dress shirts on the news.
I fucking hope so. I want to see Trump just like collar, like unbuttoned, no undershirt, gold chains,
Smoking.
Smoking hot.
Yeah.
Smoking hot.
Yeah, he starts just smoking cigarettes during press conferences.
Yeah.
They say it's bad for me. A lot of people don't know. No one knows if it's good or bad.
Nobody can say. Really, there's not a lot of evidence. Nobody can say. I know that I breathe the smoke in, but then, look, I blow it out. It's not in there anymore. So what harm is it doing? I'm not holding it in. It's not like pot. It's really not like pot.
There's
folks.
no cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just watching him have to like kiss all the people he works with on both sides of their face
Oh, yeah.
as he like enters to the podium and then leaves.
Oh yeah,
off the podium.
I want to see Trump go full
Tony.
Full Tony. I just want to see full mafia pleasantries.
I want like a lot of. I want a lot of footage of him getting the paper. Well, he definitely the whole White House. The Secret Service is begging him not to.
Trump in front of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in his underwear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get like a junior sub. Yeah. No matter who's president, like.
It's so funny to imagine Trump just being like, like the feds roll up and he's like, goddamn feds. Like, sir, we work for you.
Yeah.
Please go inside. We're not spying on you. We're protecting you.
Yeah, he's going, He's taunting the feds. And Biden for sure is, if Biden wins, it's going to be a full Junior Soprano. They're just going to find him in his robe.
Oh, completely.
On the highway.
Yeah. He's just watching TV. It's like that scene with when they watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, but he's like to the Secret Service like, look, it's me and Kamala on TV, and they're like, yes, sir, you're the president. You're on TV quite often.
He's pointing at Kamala. Is that my daughter?
Yeah.
Oh man. Joey,
I bet that PSA where he drives the car, that had to be like a stunt car, that there was another car behind it attached to it.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
There's no way he's driven a car in 20 years.
Oh, I would hope not.
Yeah, if I was driving and like Biden T-bones me, I know that like there's no exchanging insurance. I get black bagged. Like no one can know about that.
I'm sure that Jill Biden, I'm sure that there are mornings where Jill Biden is just like sitting at the breakfast table and she hears an engine start and she just like puts her coffee down and runs to the door to stop it before he can peel out.
He just drives into the garage.
Yes, yeah. Oh my fucking god.
She comes in, he's just doing vroom vroom in the closed garage, but the car's been on for a long time.
Yeah. Oh man. Do
you remember when Trump got behind the wheel of that truck and went vroom vroom?
Yeah.
He's done it a couple times. There have been a couple times when he's gotten in the truck. But you know what's funny? So did Ilhan Omar. There's also footage of Ilhan Omar doing that with a bunch of Teamsters.
We gotta get some footage of us driving trucks for fun.
Trucks that are not ours.
Trucks that are not ours. A very large truck we would not, under normal circumstances, be permitted to drive.
I want a photo shoot of a truck that I got permission to be in.
I want to wear a jacket that matches the truck.
Hey, I mean, honestly, though, everyone's looking for cash. I'm sure we could just drive up the highway, see if some truckers want $50, and then
I do not have $50, but
no, I'm sure we could put 50.
I do have
together.
A kind smile,
but we need to put you boys in shorts and then a fancy jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we just look like we're attending a private academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new Coward Hour uniform. Nice blue blazer with brass buttons. The brass buttons have the sword and cross logo on them.
And just the tiniest shorts.
Yeah.
Just
knickers.
Knickers.
Just 3-inch shorts.
Just long enough.
Mm-hmm. And that's what all our fans wear, too.
Oh, they have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't come into the venue.
want our fans to all look like a young Republicans college club.
Yeah, I don't even know that's beyond Republican at that point. That's just you're going to start your own community.
Yeah, I think it's some sort of gay subculture of conservatives.
Yeah. People come across a Coward Hour show. They're like, "Is this the Lincoln Project?" Or the
It's like in Japan where people are just all en masse doing a game.
Yes,
we're we're all greasers. It's weird that there's a neighborhood of greasers.
Oh my fucking god!
And that's how we inch our way into a compound. We start with everybody dressed the same. then we're all living under one roof. Then they all take the last name Coward Hour.
Yeah. Would it be hyphenated or two words?
I mean, at this point, we're operating outside of the laws of.
Love it.
We're basically in international waters.
All right, so you guys got to get Hard Times to give you like a Spotify deal with Rogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buy you guys a ranch.
Yeah.
Like that's where you have to record.
Yeah.
You can't record anywhere else, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
This pitch is going to go great.
How much?
Yeah. And then
Does
you're
anyone
like
know how much money he got?
$100 million.
over.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's
What do you think he was making a year anyway?
He was making something like $30 million a year just in advertisers.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then there's like UFC and all that other shit.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
is
just
he
curious because
because
like he has to already have been making enough money that it feels like limitless money.
Well, I think that's why. Again, you should. Low Res has a really good documentary on this. I know I plug him all the time. The demise of Joe Rogan.
I should
where
watch
he kind of called all this shit because he's like, at this point, Joe Rogan is like, he knows that this will be the end of his podcast. It's the highest amount of money that he's going to see for it. The podcast is going to wane in popularity, and also Joe Rogan, he's been getting a lot of fucking like with the most eyes on your podcast out of any podcast. He gets so much heat for shit.
Yeah.
Moving to Spotify, making it premium, that's gonna like reduce his listenership greatly, just because like people don't want to be bothered to go to a new platform. It annoys them. And then like already he's having like Miley Cyrus on. He's just having like guests who are like softballs. And popularity's going to wane.
He's just going to become stern.
Well, he's going to become irrelevant to the point where he can return to private life while making the most money he could have possibly made. And he'll feel way better.
It's brilliant. I'd fucking do that.
Yeah, it's honestly I think it's a good move.
If someone offered us $100 million to do Coward Hour on Spotify,
we're changing everything.
I would be tempted to take the deal.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I might not hold to my principles on that one.
Well, for me, I would probably have to walk away at that point because I am a man of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I wouldn't just do anything for.
You leave, Brennan makes it like a Hello Kitty podcast.
Yeah. Brennan, I won't do anything for money, just so you know. I certainly won't do anything for $240.
Is this the episode?
No, it's not the episode. That episode's not coming.
All right.
Oh, what?
We'll talk in the car, Tom. You're driving me home for even asking that question.
You mean driving you to the cage?
Right. The fucking
the den.
The den. The cracked den. Not a cracked den. It's a cracked den.
No, by cage I meant you said you were going to go check.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Did you already forget?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna check on him. I'm just gonna like.
You're just gonna go give him more food.
If I see him, I'm gonna give him more food.
You're gonna smash the cameras, then give him more food.
I'm gonna lock eyes with him and run home to cook dinner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Walmart on the way. Maybe we could pick up some like
get him a tent.
Cups, tent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tent.
Or why not let him in the building?
Yeah. What's the difference?
No,
indoor, outdoor.
Is it like that escape room we did where there's like a prop bed?
Yes, there are many places to sleep in the escape room. There are many prop beds. There's
Leave it open.
Yeah. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I don't know why.
This is why real estate is so expensive in California, is because Chinese investors, they buy it all up and they run escape rooms.
I don't know. For some reason, when we get into the second hour of the podcast, I just pretend to ponder things in a Chinese voice. and then rocket back to reality. I'm just like, what am I doing? Things are just falling out of my mouth. Why would I do that? Why would I go, okay, maybe? At no point was I considering it.
But your Chinese voice, like I'll say multiple voices you do, is Lorne Michaels. Okay, I am a Chinese man.
Okay, so me so sorry. So, okay, look, Colin.
We're going to build a big wall.
Basically,
right.
What's happening is me so horny and me gonna love you a long time, okay? How does that sit with you?
We're at an hour 40. Should we?
We can get 2 episodes out of this, or just fucking release it 2 parts. I mean, I was thinking maybe.
I feel like when we do the 2-parters on the premium ones, they don't get as many downloads. So I feel like that needs to be like its own thing.
Its own thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a premium one?
No.
Oh, okay. I was saying. Oh, yeah, because I thought maybe we chop it in half and make the second half premium. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think people like it when we do it that way because it is transparently us trying to create less content.
How I look at it is if the conversation is good, there's incentive for them to listen to. I'm not trying to create less content because we're not creating less content. We're still putting in 2 hours of work.
We may do that at some point.
Yeah.
I think for now though, people. Again, we don't need to do the Slack channel on the show.
Hey, you know what? I like it.
I genuinely
it on.
I have no idea what people want. It's
I was looking at the numbers, and the ones that were like part 2 and 3 didn't do as well as the ones that were like their own episode.
Okay, so basically Mino Reiki.
So basically the fans hate Robbie. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
His regular episode did well.
Yeah, he'll hear this.
And he'll spiral.
He'll spiral so hard.
Also, I think I accidentally plagiarized one of his bits.
So, Robbie,
earlier.
Bad news. We're cutting you from Coward Hour, and we're never hiring you at SNL. It was never even an option. So we're gonna.
That would be so funny if Robbie got an SNL audition, and he goes up there and he does Jim Carrey or whatever, and then and then Lauren is like, "So I was listening to Coward Hour. It's not going to work out.
It's not going to work." Robbie's like, "Are you telling me that you're letting me go?" He was never hired. No, we're actually telling you to let go of your only dream.
We should trick Robbie into thinking he has an SNL audition.
It's just
we blindfold him, we spin him around, we just send him into the lobby of a building, and he goes up 50 flights, and it's just us.
Yeah, it's me. I turn around, I'm in yellow face. Yeah. I'm just doing Lorne Michaels. Okay, Robbie.
I hit a gong.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, yeah. I go. Okay, lobby. Did you have a tough time finding us in the Robbie lobby? Like I just keep mixing up. So let me get this straight. You were in the Robbie lobby.
He's just like, I mean, this is mean. I get that, but I don't understand the bit.
So let me get it straight. Your name is Lobby, and you came here all the way from the Robbie. That's why we're just shining lights in his eyes.
And then you keep turning to like clearly a prank show like cameraman. It's not a hidden camera. You keep looking dead in the camera.
Oh my god! Sorry, Robbie.
Is this for a prank show? It's playing on it's playing on closed circuit at one Ralph's.
Yeah. Robbie's like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "I'll put it to you this way: me Chinese, me play joke." Like,
is this a joke? Is this structurally a joke?
I have no idea if this is a joke, Brendan.
Wait, they did
I would love to do like prank shows where it's designed such that it reads like you're not quite getting it, but there's nothing to get.
So a premise.
Yeah.
We're just like we're pouring noodles down Robbie's throat. Just like, man, you're being a bad sport about this.
Where's the joke?
Yeah.
We're smashing his dick on a hibachi table.
Yeah. Please sign everything that we ask you to after this. If you don't, you're going to be such a dickhead because nobody will even get to see this.
You know what? Also, I would like as an idea is a very like inconsistent stakes prank show.
Yes.
So like the one is like we give a guy the wrong order. And we laugh. It's really funny. Then the next one, a guy just has a black bag over his head, and we shoot him.
Pranks.
Dude.
Hey, Nick, you got something on your shirt. What?
But you...
Yeah. We have this car loaded with 8 pressure cookers full of C4. We are outside Steven Spielberg's house. Woo! Camera whips over. I'm snorting coke mixed with gunpowder like an African soldier.
Oh, fuck.
Man. And I just watched Richard Jewell, so I'm just picturing him running around warning everybody.
That movie's about no one believes him because he's fat, right?
Right.
I haven't seen it. They're just like, this is a very round man to trust.
He was just always super nice.
Yeah.
And then he noticed when people needed candy. And then...
he always had candy.
He always had candy.
But he wanted to be a cop.
He just happened that
Candy
one bag.
Cop. The classic tale.
I do want to know why on that day he chose that bag. But that's another...
He apparently parodied himself on SNL after like that. Like it was a really weird time in the late 90s where publicly disgraced people would just whether it's Richard Jewell or Michael Richards or all these people that era where just you're in because the scandal
Richard Jewell or Michael.
Well, no, because he was defamed in a similar way. They accused him of fucking planting those bombs. He was trying to be railroaded, and then regardless of the outcome, it was a salacious, dark case. And so for him to parody his own innocence on SNL, it's just what? That just seems fucking weird, dude.
I mean, did you watch the movie?
No, I want to.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but
I really don't know why they needed to do Ken Bone like that. He's a good man.
This won't be a spoiler, but it wasn't hard to get that man to do things.
Yeah,
it does look like a real making a murder situation.
You can't spoil it.
It's a historical event. Yeah.
Well, maybe there's details. Details.
I know all the details.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was watching the other day. I was watching fucking. God damn it! My brain glitched.
Yeah. It's late.
I was trying to think. I was about to say man, I was watching MLK, and then I was like, is there a movie called MLK?
There is not a movie called MLK.
I watched Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Do that part
MLK. Call me when it's Birds of Prey.
Right. Dude, it's cool. It's cool when she actually fucking hits the camera and they leave it in.
Oh yeah.
Did you catch the? Yeah, I thought that movie had some of the best fight choreography I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, I really enjoy even just the scene where she goes into the police station.
Yeah,
that was sick.
It's fucking tight, dude. Please let more actual Chinese people direct action films. That is what we need. They're the only ones who know how to do it. And that's good. That's
here first, folks.
Yeah.
Chinese people, they're great at directing action films, and they've ran SNL for 35 years. We got anything else, or should we close?
Let's put it. I think that's.
Do you want to sing one of these songs for us, Nick?
What?
One of the songs you were talking about? You want to just sing one?
Which song?
Start to end?
No,
we have time.
No. Absolutely not. We don't have time. What do you mean? You have time? You're not the master of this domain. You have no idea how long the podcast is.
All right.
You think that? No. I get it. You think now that you host a podcast, you think that you know how to direct the flow of conversation. You think that you're at the controls. You're not.
No, I just
don't ever talk to me like that again.
Well, folks, listen to Forced Opinions, available on wherever you get your podcasts, and go to cowardhour.com for instructions on how to subscribe to Coil and listen to a bonus episode of Coward Hour every week. Please use our referral code so the money goes straight to us. Yeah. I didn't have the referral code until most of the people who signed up already did, and I don't know if that's going to be a problem. So,
well, can we talk to our bosses about that?
Again, we can do this off mic.
Yeah. Well, you just fucking started.
All right, thank you.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G's. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. straight up. Portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, lubing up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me. I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.